The ancient Ram Inn. Built in 1145, the inn was used by priests who kept slaves and workers in there to help build the St. Mary's Church. Located in Wootton Under Edge, it is situated on two ley lines, places believed to have a spiritual energy from Stonehenge. It has been reported that it was the scene of a child sacrifice and devil worshipping. Phew. It is widely believed that the redirecting of water on the ancient Ram property caused a portal for dark energy to open up, meaning many ghosts haunt the inn. The witch's room is said to be haunted by a woman burnt at the stake in the 1500s as she was accused of being a witch. Yeah, go figure. A high priestess has been spotted sitting on a bed. A centurion on a horseback has been seen walking through the walls. The agonizing screams of a girl heard. A monk in the most haunted room, and even a succubus is said to slip into the beds of visitors. Despite being well known as one of the most haunted places in the world, featuring on TV programs such as Most Haunted and Ghost Adventurers, the inn has changed hands several times and in the recent past, making the owners difficult to track down. However, many paranormal events are hosted at the inn. Sleep there if you dare. Castle of Good Hope, Cape Town, coming in at number 4. Built in the 17th century by the Dutch East India Company, the Castle of Good Hope is South Africa's oldest building. The first ghost was spotted in 1915 when the apparition of a tall gentleman was seen jumping off the side of one of the castle walls and then walking between the bastions, Leerdam and Oranje. Another famous ghost, the Lady in Grey, was often seen running through the castle holding her face and crying hysterically, but has not been seen since. A woman's body was found during excavations. Another unexplained event includes the bell in the bell tower ringing of its own accord, and that a ghost of a black dog that pounces on unsuspecting visitors then simply vanishes into thin air. There are arguably a lot more other stories revolving around this castle. Many other reported incidents that have been seen and heard of, but to go through that list is very long. Arguably one of the world's best preserved 17th century buildings, the castle is now a popular tourist attraction with 3 prestigious museums, a memorial to the Croatoa and leader of the Khoi nation, and an opportunity to learn more of the hidden history surrounding the castle on a guided tour. You can also eat in the restaurant in the front courtyard and watch the key ceremony and cannon firing. Montpellier Hill, better known as the Hellfire Club to Dubliners, is a lovely place for a walk. It has a variety of short forest trails and provides wonderful views of the city from the southwest. On the weekends, you'll find it busy with urbanites escaping the city and dogs running free. At the top sits a large hunting lodge where, if the stories are to be believed, some very ominous events have taken place. Originally, at the top of Montpellier Hill, there was an ancient passage grave with a cairn of stones stacked on top. Then William Connolly, one of the wealthiest men in Ireland, came along and built a hunting lodge on the same site in 1725. Connolly is said to have destroyed the cairn while building the lodge, using one of the grave's standing stones as the lintel for his fireplace. Wow. Sometime later, the roof of the secluded lodge was blown off during a storm. The locals reckoned that a grieved spirit seeking vengeance for the cairn's destruction were responsible, and so the tales began. After Connolly's death, the lodge was sold. It is said to have become a meeting place for the Irish Hellfire Club, a club that was founded in 1735 by Richard Parsons, a man also known for dabbling in black magic. Its members met at local locations across Dublin and were known for their immoral behavior and debauchery involving alcohol and sex. The secrecy surrounding the club led to speculation that its members were Satanists and devil worshippers. The president was named the King of Hell and dressed like Satan with horns, wings and hooves. Now, how the fuck did he wear hooves? That I don't know. The members were also said to set a place at each meeting for the devil in hope that he would attend. The members were also said to hold black masses in the lodge, during which cats and even servants were sacrificed. Some say the lodge was deliberately set on fire in order to enhance the building's hellish atmosphere. So, don't worry, let's not worry about paint, let's just burn it. Well, guys, this is some of the stories I can tell you about this place. If I had to keep talking about it, this video would just be on the Hellfire Club. Banff Springs Hotel in Canada's Rocky Mountains, styled after a Scottish baronial castle. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada is one of Canada's great railway hotels and reportedly one of the most haunted buildings in the country. There's a bride who fell down the staircase, breaking her neck after panicking when her dress caught fire. She's often seen in the ballroom dancing with the flames coming from the back of her dress. Her family were murdered in a room in room 873. The door to this room has since been bricked up, but the family can still be seen in the hallway outside the room. And after a bellman, Sam Macaulay, who served at the hotel during the 60s and the 70s, still likes helping guests up to their rooms, dressed in his 60s uniform. If you try to tip him or make a conversation, he disappears. How rude. Now, part of the Fairmont chain of luxury hotels, the Banff Spring, also known as the Castle in the Rockies, still remains a landmark in the town of Banff, Alberta, and remains a popular year-round resort. What confuses me is how they came up with the word Banff. Okay. Pizziglia Island. One of the scariest places in the world, said so by many. In the Venice Lagoon between Venice and Lido, this small island was a place where mainlanders fled to seek refuge from invaders. In the 14th century, Venetians infected by the bubonic plague were sent here to die, and when they died, they were burned on a giant pyres. The site was also used as a mental asylum during the 1800s. Well, there you see, there you go figure. Where patients were experimented on and tortured. Ask a local and they will tell you the island is full of ghosts and cursed with unhealthy spirits. Voices and screams are often heard, and visitors have reported seeing dark fleeing shadows, floating shadows. Many visitors say that they begin to feel an oppressive evil feeling as soon as they step on the island. Well, I can believe this because it was so filled with negativity. Can you imagine the negative force surrounding that island? That there is so much negativity in that place because of the history of it. It could pretty much create a straightforward portal between us and hell. It is probably has to be dubbed one of the scariest places on earth. Very similar to that forest in Japan, which we'll be touching base on one of our videos. The current situation with the place, despite nearly being auctioned off to an entrepreneur, the island remains totally abandoned and off bounds to most visitors. Even if you were allowed to go to the island, you'd be hard to find someone willing to take you, as many locals won't step foot on Pizziglia for the fear of being cursed, and fishermen refuse to fish in the area, worried drag up human remains or whatever. Guys, it's a serious that has to be one of the scariest places I'd probably think twice about going there. Actually, you know what? I'd go there. I would go there. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And yes, as I said in our previous video, I think I'm getting the job done a little better, and it will improve. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. This is ParaX. Peace.